Welcome to the Wine Show. We're on location today at my house. You might have realized that because we've got two of my favorite movies in the summer. And North Shore, you know what that is. So welcome. Today we're going to talk about, I would say probably one of my favorite producers in California. Littorai, Ted Lemon, the winemaker.
Big T.
Big bang, right there. Mike, I don't know what you think about Ted, but here's a great story about Ted. Let me just tell you this. Young man, out of college, went to France to pursue a higher degree.
22.
At 22 years old?
Yeah.
Went there. And what he quickly found out that he probably was not as good as an academic as a fan of wine. What he did is quickly enrolled into winemaking school, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the school in Dijon, I believe. Winemaking school on the flanks of Burgundy. Went and apprenticed with a handful of wineries in Burgundy, and quickly went up the ladder there and found himself as head winemaker, the first American head winemaker of a Burgundy estate. And let me tell you, this is quite the thing, because back then, this is the 80s. It's like literally bringing a Frenchman over to race NASCAR and he wins.
It's like that movie. Talladega Nights.
Just like Talladega Nights. You remember how upset we were about that Frenchman? That's what happened in Burgundy. But what happened there is he learned a tremendous amount. And it really kind of opened up Burgundy to Americans a lot, I think, on a broader level as well. He actually they gave him this cute little nickname over there as well. It's called the Comte de Citron, which means the Count of Lemon. Anyways, came back to the States, found himself in Sonoma, and started producing what I would find is the most balanced, elegant Pinot Noir and Chardonnay we find in the States. He's got this beautiful little biodynamic property in Sebastopol, right there on the Sonoma coast. Farms from a handful of different parcels there. A lot of his wines are single vineyards, so kind of like what we see in Burgundy. You're picking up wines from different villages and you're labeling it under the villages and under the vineyards. He kind of emulates that in California as well, so that's why a lot of times we'll find most of his bottlings are single vineyards. So we're going to get into a little Chardonnay. I know, Mike, California Chardonnay is one of your favorite wines. You're a big fan of the oak and butter.
I do like California Chardonnay. I think that was supposed to be sarcastic, but I mean, and this being one of the first that brought me over. I think he definitely does take that style. He was this Chardonnay, the Charles Hientz vineyard. There she is, 2009. Pretty 50-acre vineyard in Sonoma Coast. Lots of famous winemakers from California bottle Chardonnay from there, or Pinot Noir, Costa Brown, Flowers, Freeman.
You name it. Arguably one of the most famous Chardonnay vineyards, or I should say historic Chardonnay vineyards in Cali.
But he was the first guy to put the label, the vineyard designate labeling on the bottle. Same thing with the Savoy vineyard. So really taking that philosophy from Burgundy of a place is what wine, wine is associated with a place, and taking that philosophy and applying it to the wines that he's making in California. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a side note too before we get into this wine. Ted Lemon, if you know, it won't even say on his bottles anywhere, is a huge proponent of biodynamic farming. All his estate vineyards are biodynamically farmed. Just to give you a rough recap of what biodynamic farming is, think of organic farming plus. It's looking at an organic property, right? But looking more at not that one site, but the overall environment that it's in, and looking at it as an integral part to the universe. That sounds really weird, I know, but
I like to look at it as organic farming is a negative practice.
Ooh.
So it says, let's keep A, B, and C out of the vineyards, out of the wine. Biodynamics is a positive practice. So it says, let's use all of these natural cycles that we can to put as many good things into the earth as possible, and then into the wine. And it's a very simple distinction, but I've for a long time grappled with over what is biodynamics, and there's all the kooky stuff of you put the manure and the cow horns and bury it on this certain moon, and all those things are great, but I think at the most basic level, looking at it as a positive practice and sort of being a true steward of the land, where organics is just, you can sort of just hit these check marks of what you're not doing, and you can get this organics certification.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll take it.
No, I think that was great. Anyways, so we into that kind of stuff. So here we are, Chardonnay from the Hientz vineyard, 2009. I'll tell you the first thing that sticks out of me, and I had this conversation with a winemaker the other day. Who is that guy? I told him the Chardonnay.
Oh.
That guy?
I can't remember the name.
Anyways, I told this guy that he is a winemaker. He asked me what I thought of a Chardonnay, and I'm like, literally, it smelled like oak and butter. And he asked me, he says, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I got to be honest with you. The problem I find with American Chardonnay is when I smell it, I want to smell the fruit. I want to smell Chardonnay fruit. Okay, so what is that? What is Chardonnay fruit? I definitely look for that kind of like green apple-y thing, right? That's how we Chardonnay, and it's going to be in everything. But then it converges into that tropical thing too. I really want to smell the fruit first most, then oak and butter. And that's what I get on this thing. I definitely get that
Heck yeah.
fruit to it. You almost have to search for that oak and butter on there.
And it's bright too, not underripe, but just not like so much California. And then you do have that fruit behind the oak. It's just like this rotten golden apple. This fruit and the wine in general just has this vibrancy that is unique to California Chardonnay.
Yeah, I mean definitely the palate surprises me too. It's definitely more like medium bodied, great acidity to it. I'm an acid, big fan of acid. I should have been born in the 70s, man.
This is a pot, by the way. Nice alternative spitting device.
Keeps it away from your body so it doesn't get on your shirt. That's why I'm wearing white with ease today. No fear of getting away with myself. But once again, I think this wine is fantastic. It really changes your mind on what Chardonnay can be in the States. And let me just go off on one little tangent really quick. I want to cut this short. But if you look at some of the most exciting young winemakers in California right now, I'll say their names again, I say them all the time, are not Roberts, but other Chardonnay people like Lyoko, Hirsch as well. If you look at their styles and how they differ from a lot of the modern California Chardonnays, which are round, ripe, oaky, buttery, I find that they're almost emulating what Ted Lemon's been doing since the beginning.
A pioneer.
A pioneer. I also would say it's a great example of wine never to follow trends. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, next time you get a customer that wants to try some great American Chardonnay, Littorai. Awesome. You can't go wrong. Any of their varieties. Enjoy.